Hello, today I'm going to be looking at a classic puzzle, Hi-Q Enigma, which I'm pretty sure is from the early 80s, although I haven't been able to find out an exact date for it. I do just about remember these being around. I think my older sisters and maybe my cousin had them, which would put them around at that time. So anyway, let's have a look. The idea is you get all these shaped, almost domino pieces really, with different cutouts and a board, as you can see, with for different shapes, and you've got to try and put a certain selection of them on there with don't leave no gaps, because they give you the right number to do that with, but you do get some extras as well. So apparently there's 50 ways to do this, which I'll get to in a minute. But firstly, I wanted to have a little talk about the company Ideal. Now, when I was growing up, I used to see that everywhere. It seemed to be quite a big company, so I've done a little bit of research into it. It turns out Ideal Company goes back to 1907, although it was called the Ideal Toy and Novelty Company until I think the 30s, something like that. And they claim to have invented a teddy bear, but so does Stife at pretty much exactly the same time, so it's very hard to tell. But either way, they were one of the first to have the teddy bear. They had other major successes. They licensed the Rubik's Cube for North America and certainly Europe, probably elsewhere, but I don't know about that. Also, they had the Magic 8 Ball, which I know in America is a particularly big thing. I don't remember ever seeing one over here. I'm only aware of it from films and TV shows and cartoons and things. But from our toys we had at home, I had the Evel Knievel bike that they made, which had a big red plastic launch pad, I suppose, that you'd put the bike on. It came with a rider, and you'd wind the handle and it would make this revving noise, and when you let go, off it shot. And the bike was pretty much indestructible. I used to fire it down the stairs, across the landing, all over the place, and it stood up to everything. That was a brilliant toy, and I wish I'd never got rid of it. You can occasionally still get it. I don't know how close to the original it is, but anyway, I digress. The other main thing Ideal did that I was aware of what we had was the original mousetrap, which I liked rather a lot, but it was always a pain to set up and a bit of a pain to play. You kept knocking it and all sorts. We've got the more recent mousetrap, and I don't know. It's easier, but it doesn't quite have the same magic for me. But anyway, that's Ideal. They mostly owned by Hasbro these days, so they seem to be taking over everybody, don't they, Hasbro? They've got Wizards of the Coast as well, but never mind. Anyway, I'm not here to moan about Hasbro, because I don't dislike them as a company. So let's have a look. We've got Hi-Q Games, super solo games for hours of fun. Enigma, create a puzzle by matching any pieces you choose to the corresponding shapes on the game board until the entire board is filled. But be careful, it's not as simple as you think. 50 different puzzles, recommended age 8 years to adult. And on the back here we see the 50 listed, which have got letters. I don't know how well that's going to show up on the camera here. Well, there we go. Choose one puzzle from the 50 listed below. Now find all the pieces necessary to complete that particular puzzle by checking the letters on the underside of the playing pieces. Attempt to complete the puzzle by placing all these pieces in the order you choose, with letter side down and not showing, over the corresponding shape on the game board. Challenge a friend. You can create a puzzle by matching any pieces you choose to the corresponding shape on the game board until the entire board is filled. Hand these pieces over to your opponent and challenge him to complete your puzzle. And there's a list of the other ones in the series, which I would love to get, but these are getting a bit hard to come by. Incidentally, they do actually do one of these, or did one of these rather, where these pieces were replaced by dominoes. But exactly the same idea. They're all in pairs, and it was I don't know how you'd put it, embossed, I suppose, on the rear, so they fit in the same way as these do. I found a picture of that today actually while I was researching for this. So if anybody out there has any more of these Hi-Q puzzles they have no use for, or anything similar, let me know. I'm sure I can give them a good home. So let's have a look. As you can see, I did have it done there. And these are pieces. So they have a letter on them. I don't know how well you're going to see that. Got D, A, and so on. And so you consult the list on the back of the box and pull them out, which I'm not going to do now because it's going to be super fiddly on camera. But as you see, we've got all sorts of shapes. Well, all sorts. We've got 2s and 3s basically. So 2 circles and a square. Where can I put that? I could go there. Then pick up another one. 2 crosses. There. 2 squares. Well, I'm not going to put it there because it'll block that. Let's try there, and so on. I'm not going to do the whole thing now, but I'm sure you get the idea. Trickier than it first seems. I don't know whether some puzzles are easier than others, or it's just purely by chance the first time you try it how close to the real thing you get. But yeah, I like them. I like them rather a lot. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out for this sort of thing. In charity shops and boot sales if I can get to any, and other such places. And yeah, if you're after something a little bit different, because they don't seem to make this kind of thing anymore, seek this out on eBay or Amazon if you can. It's highly recommended, for me at least. It's Hi-Q Enigma, and there are others listed right there. Right, so that's it for today, just a quick video. I have more of this sort of thing to show you at another time. I've got the QED stack over there, which isn't all of them, sadly. But I'll be getting to them as well. But I'll probably do all those in one go. Anyway, that's enough for me for today. So if you like this sort of thing, you know what to do. Subscribe and like if you like. And hopefully I'll see you again on this channel. Goodbye.